And hello, and welcome to AleksTabletops. Yep, MTG Study session 48. Yep, I guess this is 48th session. My name is Alex. No, wait a minute, I already said that. No? Whatever. So, today we're going to study Magic 2012, Archenemy, and Magic Duels. So yeah, let's just launch Magic 2012. Oh. So yeah, today is going to be the Archenemy match. It's going to be pretty interesting. Let's see what we're going to get from it, because previous Archenemy match was probably... I already forgot what was the previous Archenemy match. So either previously we actually played against the Archenemy and it was like super bad. And after that I actually decided that I'm not going to play against the Archenemy anymore. Instead I'm going to play as the Archenemy. So probably this is actually going to be the game when we're going to play against... No, as the Archenemy. So yeah, let's just dive into the game. So, as the Archenemy, yeah, we're going to play as the Archenemy. Again, I still didn't work with this deck that much. It's a pretty hard deck to play though, and I think I will continue to actually explore this. I need to make sure that I actually will play this deck, Dark Heavens, because it's a pretty cool deck, but it's pretty hard to play it properly. You need a lot of time to actually start with this deck. Okay. This is super small. I don't see anything. Yeah, so we have actually Defender, which is pretty cool. This Defender is kind of cool. We have this Defender, which is Awesome Defender, which is pretty similar to this one. We have Imp with Flying, but the problem, I have only 2 lands. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. Pretty risky hand, but at least I can play 1 Defender. And okay, when the scheme is set in motion, each opponent loses 3 lives and you gain life equal to the lives lost this way. Again, we're going to get 9 lives, which is awesome. And we're going to play our first land. Landy. Land? James Bellerin. Ballerina? Liliana Vess. Oh no. Illusions. Good thing that they pretty quickly could be destroyed. And we got the same one. Keep it going. Keep it coming. Like, actually I like this. Minus 14 now, or like just 14 health. This is just the beginning of the game and we already have a pretty interesting situation. Again, at this point the smartest play is to put a decent defender to defend ourselves from small creatures and gain life by this. Gain that much life. Super cool. It means that no one is going to attack me unless they are going to be sure that they could destroy my 0-4. Okay. Guy with Trample, still not a threat at this point. And goodbye. No, oh no, now it's actually a threat. 5-3. When you set the scheme in motion, target opponent chooses self or others. If that player chooses self, he or she sacrifices 2 creatures. If the player chooses others, each of your other opponents sacrifice a creature. Again, this is a strange thing to do, because for the most part, if I'm going to choose Garruk, he probably will choose Jace and Liliana. If I'm going to choose Liliana, she's going to choose herself if she's not going to sacrifice any creatures. But at the same time, he could choose others and they could lose both creatures. But it's actually not going to happen, so I think we need to choose either Jace for him in order to either sacrifice his creature or made Garruk and Yeah, I think I will choose Jace or Garruk. But I don't think that the Garruk actually will choose himself. Instead, let's just choose Jace. Because for now, Liliana and Jace, they are kind of allies. Because Liliana actually puts... They all allies, by the way, but I don't know. Let's see what Jace is going to do, though. Let's hope he actually sacrifices his creature. Yep. Interesting. Interesting. I could intimidate Garruk by playing this one. I don't know. I don't think that I'm going to block because I don't want to lose these guys. They could provide pretty good defense and gain a lot of lives throughout the game. So since we gain like 19 or 18 lives before, I think I could skip for now. It's not a big deal. I have a lot of lives to spare at this point. Okay, the bad thing is that these are actually can't block flyers, so... Okay, what to discard? Target creature is indestructible this turn. This is actually awesome thing to have, especially if I can make my defenders indestructible. They just going to gain lives. I could sacrifice one of these demons or imps, but at the same time I kind of need something to block flyers, so... This one could become pretty good flyer blocker. Deals 1 damage to each creature and each player. I think I will actually get rid of this demon. It's super not cheap. I'm not going to play it soon. And it's kind of damaging all my creatures, so I wouldn't. At the same time, I don't have small creatures in here. Okay, let's just get rid of the demon. Because again, I need small creatures right now to defend myself against opponent attackers. I have only 3 lands, it's pretty far till I reach the threshold of 8 lands. Okay, let's hope that we're going to get pretty cool things. So, when you set this game in motion, each opponent's life total becomes the lowest life total among your opponents. So, since all they are having 14, it's not going to do anything. It would be cool if actually Liliana was in 2 and every opponent will in that case could get to menu. So I think it's time to actually play this imp for now. I'm gonna keep this one later. And that's kind of it. Again, the only creature that could attack me is 5/3. I think he's just going to continue to do that, and of course Liliana's card. I think I will destroy Liliana's flyer. This one is specifically for that in here. And again, I will skip for now. Whatever damage Garruk was deal me. Okay, put 2/2 to plague zombie creature tokens at the battlefield with flashback. Okay, Liliana could bring this card from the graveyard, but it's not cheap, so it's not going to happen soon. James draws 2 cards, or yeah. Okay, creature 2/4. Okay, this is pretty cool. When you set the scheme in motion, for each opponent put 2/2 black zombie creature tokens to the battlefield that attacks that player each combat if able. This is actually pretty cool, but at the same time kind of a pointless thing, but because they're going to attack. That means that instead I need to use them for blocking 5/3, which probably not going to happen. Enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, this is cool. I actually have a couple of those. I think it's time to return 7/6. Because I wouldn't necessarily want to sacrifice him, so good. And we still need to keep in mind that Liliana probably has a lot of cards that could discard my cards, so previously, because we played against Liliana, she basically destroyed us single-handedly. So, it's pretty annoying deck, which works with discarding and bringing back cards from the graveyard. Another illusion, flyer 2/2. Let's hope that... Okay, Garruk decides not to attack, I guess, since this is the... Oh. I'm actually hoping that Garruk will attack. Oh no. A skeleton that, after death, could be returned from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Remember this one. Okay, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Creature card. What card is going to be? And it's going to be again this super annoying card. So Liliana will again force me to sacrifice a creature or discard a card. Again, return target creature to its owner's hands. It's not good. We're going to lose our zombie. Blockable zombie. No, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, as you see, Liliana is super annoying in here. It's going to be super hard playing against her. I actually don't know what zombie going to attack what opponent, so ideally if I knew, I would block persistently with the zombie that could attack, for instance, Liliana or Jace or whatever. But since I don't know this... Oh, wait a minute. This is actually bluff. We need to block with this one. No one can do anything against my 0-4. I will gain additional lives and Liliana will lose too. Good. Okay, let's hope for the good scheme. When you set the scheme in motion, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Awesome. Then each opponent who didn't sacrifice a creature draws 2 cards. Every opponent has creatures to sacrifice. I think Liliana will sacrifice 1/1. Jace probably will sacrifice 2/3 because he needs flyers. And I don't know what Jace is going to decide to do. Or Garruk. Okay. Yeah. Reacher. I'm kinda in trouble though. I'm in big trouble. Okay, it's time to put this one. Because if Liliana will make me to discard a card, I will discard this 2/1. Or not. I will think about that. So yeah, zombies that survived actually attacking Jace and Liliana, which is kinda cool because it's better than attacking Garruk, because, come on. It would be pointless. And I actually could attack Liliana with Flyer. I think I will do, because the more I need to target her, the faster we're going to destroy her, the better, because she is the most annoying opponent at this point. Of course I'm going to destroy zombie. That way he's not going to get back from the graveyard. Oh no, what is this? Please don't discard a card. Whenever this one deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. Oh, this is bad. And it gets +3/+3 as long as an opponent has no cards in hand. Oh. Yep. So basically with these type of combinations, Liliana previously destroyed me. She actually played a pretty cool enchantment that constantly discarded the cards from. So, oh come on, and unblock her. yeah, talking about opponent getting lucky constantly. Constantly getting lucky. Potentially Garuk has a giant growth. That means that he probably going to buff one of the creatures. I think I will block this one. And that's kind of it. The rest I need to skip. I could destroy this 3/3 illusion. I think I need to. Yeah, it's time to destroy illusion. Okay, good. Because illusion is going to become bigger and bigger each turn. Not each turn, but... Okay, when you set the scheme in motion, the next time you would set a scheme in motion, set 3 schemes in motion instead. Super cool. It's actually good. Oh no, I have super big cards and I don't have enough lands for them. Counter! Snap. So, I can block this to 2 after he's going to attack me. She's definitely going to attack with this one next turn. Unblocker definitely going to attack. I don't know about 2/3 though. All these creatures going to attack. I'm going to discard a card. It's probably going to be the same demon. Because this one's super awesome, this one too. So goodbye demon. I don't think that I will play these cards. Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I definitely need to block 8/6 probably in order to gain lives. Again, deal combat damage to gain that much life, and attacking player loses that much life. This is the only way to actually gain 8 lives without losing that much. And I need to block this one because I don't want to lose cards. So, okay. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Complete falafel. Awful, awful, awful. And I'm going to gain 8 back. Okay, now we're actually going to set 3 schemes in motion. When you set the scheme in motion, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until the end of the turn. Awesome. 1 or each opponent. Untap the creature, it gets +3/+3, +3/+3, haste, and trample until the end of the turn. Good. So I think we actually need to do gain control of this one. I could gain control of a big creature, but I need to gain control of the creature that could make Liliana sacrifice or discard a card, or Garuk. I need to think. Garuk can't block, so if I'm going to gain control of 5/3, I will deal pretty considerable amount of damage to him. And potentially could destroy him in a couple of turns. Yeah, let's just do that instead. When you set the scheme in motion, target opponent chooses self or others. If the player chooses self, he or she discards 4 cards. If the player chooses others, each of your other opponents discards 2 cards. Awesome. They all actually have not that many cards, so I think I'm going to choose Jace. And let's hope he's going to choose Garuk and Liliana. Because if I'm going to choose Garuk, he's just going to choose himself. And yeah, so we need to choose Jace. It's more likely that Jace has something good in his hand. Nope, he actually decides to discard. Oh snap, that was 2 awesome cards to discard. When you set the scheme in motion, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tab, then shuffle your library. This is actually awesome. But still, it's definitely not going to give me a win any sooner. The creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Oh snap, we definitely need to use this one. But the problem is, after this creature will get under Garruk's control, I'm going to lose my artifact probably. And I don't have enough mana to actually replant it. But at the same time, I need to gain mana. So I don't have a choice. Because if I'm not going to gain mana, I'm done. Or gain health. Mana? What? I need to gain health. And again, I'm targeting Garruk just because he has a lot of big creatures that could just basically destroy me in a couple of turns. And also because he can't block. So yeah, now he has control, he's going to gain lives. No, he's not. Why this actually doesn't work? Oh no. X damage to target future player and you gain X life, so 4. I think they're going to destroy me this turn. I think I will actually consider to get rid of the Planeswalker difficulty, because playing on the level of difficulty Planeswalker, it's unfreaking real. You can't do anything. Yep, I'm done. Okay, that was awful, Archenemy. I didn't had any chance, like really. No matter what. I think next time that we're going to play Plane Chase. Why next time? Let's actually replay this match. I know that ideally we have to go and play Magic Duels, but I actually want to play with, again, because playing with Planeswalker, it's super crazy, it's super unrealistic. AI constantly getting cards that's just basically crazy lucky for him, and that's super annoying. Plays Archenemy. And I'm getting the opposite, because the level of difficulty Planeswalker actually works with my luck too. Playing on our Archmage, or Archmage, I don't know how to properly say it, it kind of gives more luck in my hand, and at the same time less luck to the opponent. Maybe this way it's actually going to be much more interesting to play. And it's especially, this is super, this type of unbalance actually present in 2012 most. In 2013, 14 and 15 it's not that hard to play against AI, but 2012 it's like crazy. I actually remember it because I remember how I struggled to play 2012, and this was my first Magic, and I'm constantly was annoyed by the fact that opponents are getting lucky, and it's super crazy. It still kind of applies to discards 4 or 2. It kind of I don't care who we're going to choose. Let's choose Kiora. She has 7. She decides herself to choose herself. Oh, a lot of lands there. Land Searchers, Land Searchers. This is actually pretty cool. If Kiora doesn't have Land Searchers, it's super awesome. And we actually can destroy one of the cards. So destroying this one would be a good idea, because after this card will get equipment, it gets double strike. So potentially this is a super bad card to... Let's just right away destroy it. I don't know. Why not? Let's just play aggressively. We don't have that much time. Because if I played Archenemy match and lost in 40 minutes, I would probably went right away into the Magic duels. But since we kind of played 20 minutes or so, I decided to play again. Okay, when you set the scheme motion, draw 4 cards. You have no maximum hand size until your next turn, which is cool. You actually get a lot of possibilities in play. We got enough lands, which is awesome. We just play defender. That way I'm going to get lives if they decide to attack. Next time I'm going to have 4 lands. I probably will play this one. Okay. Sarkhan is going to gain additional life every time that he is going to play a red spell. Whenever a creature an opponent control becomes tapped, put +1/+1 counter on this one. What? This is interesting. Okay. Then it doesn't matter who we're going to block. We're still going to get 1 life. When you set the scheme in motion, destroy up to 3 target non-land permanents. Oh snap, this is awesome. So definitely we need to destroy this one. We need to destroy this one. And probably one of the goblins. I don't know. If I destroy this one... Oh, wait a minute. When it dies, target creature -1. Yeah, this one. Good. Okay, I have a choice. Whenever an untoken creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, put 1/1 Spirit Soul token. So it's pretty early for that. I don't think that in a couple of turns I'm actually will lose creatures. So I think for now we need to play some type of a blocker / destroyer. Because for now I only have a defense without attack. And this is a good defense with attack. That means that the only one who is going to attack is probably this one. Core Outfiller Fitter. Okay. 04. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controls and next untap step. Good. Good. No, actually not good, but at least it's good that he actually chose this one. Oh, I will continue to block. I'm going to lose 1 life, I'm going to get 1 life. Back and forth. Again, every opponent is going to lose 3 lives and I'm going to gain 9 lives. Good. Okay then. Now we actually can play big cards, which is super awesome, and I think we need to play Landfaller, because it's the smartest choice to do at this point. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may have target player lose 3 lives. If you do, put 3/1 counters on Omni. Yes, definitely. Let's hope that Kiara doesn't have any counters with 1 mana. But if she actually does, it doesn't matter because I can return this creature back. So this is actually awesome. So you see, playing on Archmage or Archmage or whatever, the middle level of difficulty is reasonable at least. You at least getting interesting plays. It's more balanced way to play actually. Planeswalker is just like super crazy because it's almost unrealistic to play. Okay, we already played this one before, so basically it's going to put 3 zombies that are going to attack each opponent, if able. Good, so I think it's time to actually landfall. Let's just choose our target. I think as the target I need to choose Gideon because Gideon has a lot of bad things in his deck, so the faster we destroy Gideon, the better. Good thing that I have blocker against 4/4. Non-tokens. Sacrifice a creature, Fallen Angels gets +2/+1. Instead, let's just play this one. I'm going to slowly make my small creatures indestructible. So, yep. Starting from the next turn. Maybe it's time to actually attack. I will attack Kiora. I could attack Sarkhan, but I think he has a lot of damage dealers that could in combination deal 3 damage and destroy me. So instead I'm just going to do that. Actually, I think the same is true for every Magic Duels of Planeswalker games starting from 2012. Again, I didn't play the original Magic Duels of Planeswalkers, which was released probably in 2011 or 10, I don't know. But starting from 2012 and ending with Magic Duels, all these games, considerably, it's pretty hard to play against AI on the highest level of difficulty, but it's especially unrealistic in 2012 and probably till 2013. No, 14. In 14 I remember that was too crazy. We actually played with a friend against 2 AI opponents with two-headed giant, and we almost every time lost because it's pretty hard. When you set the scheme in motion, reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your bed. Oh, okay, cool. Choose a player to lose 3 life. Let's destroy Kiora. We actually could destroy her right away. No, let's just choose Gideon. Once. Only once? There's only 1 land? Okay, then. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that players loses 2 life and draws 2 cards. Yeah, I remember this one. This is crazy. I don't think... so I have a lot of cards in my hand, so I guess I need to play small ones. And let's do this with the flyer. Okay, good. Also, I think I'm going to attack Kiora. And with flyer, I'm going to attack Gideon because now he can't block. Or let's just destroy Kiora. 5, 6, 7. No, we actually can destroy Kiora with this attack right away. Good. She's going to die either way. Awesome. So now Gideon is going to lose 1 life, and I'm going to... I'm not going to get life instead. So what is this? Destroy target tapped creature. It's not a problem. We're going to bring it back from the graveyard next turn. Not a problem. Can't attack or block. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. So you see, like, this is more balanced play. Yeah, I got lucky in terms of the cards and get enough lands, and the Archenemy cards were pretty good, or Okay, this is probably some type of... I actually could lose this one, it's not a problem. If Sarkhan decides to play some damage dealer and destroy my all 4, it's not a problem. For each opponent, put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard into your under the battlefield under your control, which is super awesome. Each of those creatures attack its owners. It's Time of Fable. And definitely this one. Don't have equipments. Choose a creature to put into its owner's hand. We actually bring back from the graveyard using Sarkhan's Vol card, which is super cool. A lot of choices. It's time to play this one. And I need to block, let's decide who. Definitely this one. Right here. And I'm probably going to attack Sarkhan with flyers and probably with zombie too. Why not? Yeah, I think I actually will consider to put level of difficulty in every game besides Magic Duels on the average level of difficulty, because that way matches are going to be a little bit more close to reality. Because one of the problems again with Planeswalker level of difficulty, it's super unrealistic. Matches with it could be a little bit more interesting sometimes, but for the most part it's just super annoying. I'm not going to block with this one. He actually will become bigger. Not this time, but that's it. And we're going to get another flyer. 2 of those. Pretty cool. Whoa. When you set this keep in motion, you may pay X. If you do, you gain X life and draw X cards. I could pay 5 lives, actually. Or, no. Pay 5 lands. No, I'm actually not going to pay anything, because I have a lot of cards in my hand to play. Let's deal to Gideon. He's much harder to destroy. Oh snap, this is definitely, that's it. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 2 lives and draws 2 cards. This is definitely the thing to play at this point, because Gideon has only 2 lives. I could get back from the graveyards my 1/1, but instead I'm just going to wait. Maybe Sarkhan is going to destroy one of my big creatures. Unfortunately, this guy can't attack. Attack a blot, and its activated abilities can't be activated, so... But this one's still active. It means that it's not activated ability, it's triggered ability. Okay, so continue. And since Gideon will die either way, I think I will just attack with a couple of flyers. No, with all of my flyers I will attack Sarkhan. There's kinda no point of attacking with this zombie. Or it is. Yeah, let's just attack, why not? Don't think that... So again, Gideon can attack me only with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. 7. These are blocked. He's going to lose lives either way with these 2 cards. With enchantments that I put on his creatures, and I thought, yeah, he's not going to destroy me, even if he's going to attack with all of his creatures. If for some reason, if he's not going to die, but he is. Because this way I could play more matches and gain more experience, which is the whole point. And playing against, playing on the highest level of difficulty, it just becomes super unrealistic, and matches could go like 40 minutes and you're just going to lose them without gaining that much experience, because for the most part you didn't get lucky. It's still sometimes, I guess, pretty cool to do that, but for instance, if I'm going to feel that I'm constantly winning in these type of matches, occasionally I could like switch to level of difficulty Planeswalker, but for the most part I'm just going to play this average level of difficulty, which kind of pretty close to reality. Because you not always get lucky. You know, we're going to lose the lives and gain 2 additional cards. Put 1 target creature from this graveyard. Okay, good. There's not many creatures out there. And goodbye, Sarkhan. So yeah, we basically won. That was pretty interesting match and pretty quick, and I got super lucky. I actually played a lot of cards. I wouldn't say that opponents didn't get lucky. For instance, Gideon was pretty strong. I think the reason why Kiora's died is just because she made a stupid mistake by discarding 4 cards, and all these 4 cards were lands. If Kiora wouldn't actually discarded her lands, I think Kiora could become pretty big threat, all in all. But she decided to actually help her allies instead. And let's just go into the Magic Duels. Whatever time we left, we're actually going to play Magic Duels. So, by the way, Magic Duels we're actually going to play with the new deck. I spent a little bit time to actually make my Tapestry deck a little bit better. I already talked about it, so I had my control deck with my control blue deck that basically specialized in returning target creatures into the hand, but I kind of wanted to make a separate blue deck with just creatures that enter in the battlefield and tap the opponent's creatures. So basically this deck is based on this ability. Okay, we definitely need to play until we finish these 2 quests, because if we're not going to be empty slot for the next one. So we need to tap creatures, at least 1 tapped creatures, and end with this 10 steps. It's not a problem, 10 turns. It's not a problem to cast 25 instants and sorceries in my blue decks, which is the reason why I actually chosen to play blue decks. And win 2 games in which you cast white and blue is perfect, because we're going to play with the blue deck. Let's just, again, story mode, seriously? Versus battle. Yeah, so basically this Tapestry deck is based on, let's go into quick. It just basically taps with almost every creature that enters the battlefield and draws cards. So this deck actually has 2 specializations: tapping creatures and gaining additional cards. Tapping creatures and gaining additional cards. And this is of course the card again around which this deck actually was built. Again, previously, like probably a year ago, I actually had this type of deck, but then decided to get rid of it for some reason, don't remember why. Now I just made this deck a little bit better, so let's see how it's going to be. Okay, we're playing against 12th rank, which is not a very good thing because probably we're playing against... Okay, this is bad hand. Draw a new one. Oh snap, this is not a good hand either. Since my ability is draw cards, let's just redraw. Okay, this is better. This is better. Because again, if I didn't have the ability to draw cards, playing with 6 cards in hand, it's not very good card advantage. But since every card in my possession actually give me additional card or taps my opponent's creatures, it kinda cool. Okay, goodbye, my fairy. This will not allow me to gain additional card if I'm actually going to get the additional copy of this fairy. Okay, instead of actually playing this one, because it's pretty hard to play Gideon, we need to actually have a lot of cards in our graveyard to actually transform it. Yeah, 5 or more cards. That means that instead we're just going to play these. Look at the top, 3 cards of your library, put one of those in my hand, the other on top of my library, and another on the bottom of my library. This is a good card that kind of scries. Okay, Landfall. This is actually a pretty good hard card to have at this point. Having this one is pretty cool too. So let's do this. I'm going to put this one in my hand. I'm going to put this one because it's Landfall and I can tap and untap my creatures. It's much powerful than just using once this one, so. And this one on top of my library. Okay, good. Good. So, if again, we need to consider the fact that opponent plays with aggressive deck with a lot of damage dealers, so we need to be careful to play particular cards. So that means that I definitely not going to play Jace any soon, unless I'm going to be sure that I'm going to utilize his ability by having 5 cards at least in the graveyard and making sure that I could transform it. So yeah, just keeping cards. Enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls, the creature doesn't untap. I wouldn't say that this is a good... Oh, actually this is a good way, because if this creature can't untap, it means he can't use this ability in a couple of turns, which is a good thing. But if he actually casts an instant or sorcery spell, this one will untap. So I don't think that it's going to work. Instead, let's just play this enchantment, which is much better choice, because if I'm going to get lands, starting to get lands from next turn, that way I could tap creatures or scry additional card. Okay, he has a lot of those. Pretty interesting. It would be funny if we're actually going to both play decks that don't have that many attacking creatures, because I actually don't have that many attacking creatures in my deck. For the most part, don't. Okay, tap target creature, doesn't tap during its control next attempt step, and draw a card. I think we need to do this because we need to gain additional cards. This is the thing at this point. The more cards I have, the better. So there's no point to play this defender. Oh no, actually it is. Because every time that we're going to play instant and sorcery, it will remove additional counter from it. So it's time, I guess. If he decides to destroy it with some type of a damage dealer, so be it. At least I play it considering the fact that I'm going to use this one and delete additional counter. So we both have defenders. And this is not a damage dealer, but when instant or sorcery deals 1 damage to a target creature and opponent control. I'm slowly going to die, so the only thing that could save me is either my artifact that allows me to gain lives, or something else. Okay, draw the cards. If you control no artifacts, draw a card. Since I don't have... or discard a card. Since I don't have artifacts, I'm not going to play this one yet. I think it's time to actually play this. Tap target creature, yep, and draw a card. Let's hope the card that I'm going to get is going to be a land. What the heck? Why it doesn't didn't tap it. Okay, that was a glitch. I didn't get to land, but I get something even cooler, which I can't play, but pretty cool. Take an extra turn after this one, exile this card, and I could use it with Awaken by playing 9 mana. Which is super not cheap. For the most part, I barely could... What happens? You see this glitch? Come on. Yeah, again, I'm slowly going to die, so it's just a matter of time. Who's going to destroy opponents faster? Surge, X damage to each. Okay, he destroys my 0-4 probably. With combined efforts. 3 with this, no, 1. What is doing? So target creature and opponent controls. Okay. So yeah, as you see, it's pretty interesting deck. Aggressively, it's kind of annoys you. I think it's time to actually play some creatures. And unfortunately, I have only a limited amount of lands to do that. I actually got a pretty interesting opponent because my tactic of tapping doesn't work for this one that much, because this opponent doesn't have any creature, he's just passively attacking me, and the problem is I can't do anything about these cards. I just going to wait until opponent's going to destroy me. 1 damage for each up to 2 target creatures, choice on block this turn. Okay, my 2/2 will die, not a problem. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. At least I'm going to play a lot of spells. I'm probably not going to win this game. I'm not going to win this game. Again, I don't have enough spells to actually utilize this one, unfortunately. Oh, goodbye. So yeah, now I'm in deep trouble. For the most part, I can't do anything. The only thing that I could do is just actually use Jace, draw a card, discard a card, and I have 5 in here, so... Investigate. Yeah, this is the only thing that I could do at this point. Just play Jace. And the problem is, I can't do anything with them until next turn, so... And he probably will destroy Jace, or destroy me. So basically I got the worst mana host, so because of the mana host I actually lost the game. If I had more lands I could play 2 spells per turn. And unfortunately I didn't have this opportunity. But who knows. Okay, so now I actually going to do draw a card, then discard a card. We're going to actually transform Jace. I'm going to discard probably this one. I definitely not going to play it. The rest, they're kind of cool. I could use them. This one will give me Investigate. Okay, what Jace does. You may cast the instance and sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that card would be put into your graveyard. Seriously? So I actually can take an extra turn. I can cast this one. I probably will. Could be a good idea. But before that, let's just play this one and get additional land. Now let's play the land. Let's scry or tap or untap target creature. It kinda doesn't matter though at this point. Scry. Let's see what I have there. On the bottom, because he's not going to attack me. And let's actually do this and take an extra turn. Why I didn't take the extra turn after this one excelled? Seriously, do I need to when I cast target spell? Oh, not without paying its mana cost, so I actually had to have mana to cast it. Understood. And I'm done. Yep. Yeah, I didn't have a chance though, like really. By the way, Jost or Yost. In case we actually get the opportunity to play against the same opponent, that was pretty clever deck. And again, I guess he got lucky. If I had more aggressive deck, it would be much harder to actually win game for him. So, because of the fact that, oh no, we actually got stuck. We got stuck in magic. Because I was zoomed in on this, we get stuck. Ah. Yeah, we got stuck. Okay. We need to close the game and actually relaunch it. So yeah, the reason why I lost for the most part is because opponent first I didn't have enough lands, and after I got lands I just couldn't do much. So let's just relaunch Magic. Duels. And again, opponent had pretty interesting deck. Didn't have enough creatures. For the most part, destroy me with defenders, constantly tapping them and dealing me 1 damage. It's pretty annoying. And I didn't have enough lands to utilize all my cards. Playing once per turn is not a good way for a controlling deck. So yeah, we still need to go through these quests. Let's continue to do that. Versus Battle again. Tapestry deck. Tapestry. Yeah, first test of this deck was bad, but again, I played everything that I could. Oh, come on. Perhaps we're actually playing against a high rank player again. That means that potentially I could lose. I don't know. Come on, 14! This is probably the highest rank that I ever played against. I'm not ready to get playing against these type of blah. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. I would say this is awesome hand at this point. Let's hope that lands will come. Dodon 89. Okay, this is actually awesome. This is awesome. We're going to draw an additional card next turn. Awesome, 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 awesome. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform it. After transformation, yeah, I remember this card. Let's hope it's going to be another one. Nope. Land, it's always a good thing. So again, the first match that I played with this deck was just basically I couldn't do anything, and I don't think that I lost because I misplayed something or played bad. We just didn't get enough to actually turn around the situation, and everything that we actually could do, opponents would prevent this. That's it. So I actually hope that previous game I could win with my 04 and defender, and actually I hope that I will transform it, and that way I could have pretty big attacker, but we didn't get lucky enough to do that. So not talking creatures, you control get a lot of small things. This is hand more like playable. I have enough lands to play almost anything. Let's hope we're not going to get mana flooded, because the only thing that could prevent us from playing is mana flood. Whatever. Don't care. This creature already played itself, or done his job. I actually could... No, this creature wouldn't accept. So next turn I either go into look for cards or just play this one. Because at this point, if I'm not going to have enough, I'm going to have enough lands in my possession, and I'm not going to have enough cards to play. And in order to constantly gain card advantage, I definitely need to create clues and investigate. Yeah, definitely we need to put investigation, because this is the play at this point. Unless the opponent will destroy. Okay, I will stay in block. Enter the battlefield, put +1/+1 counter on each human you control. This is not a human. Oh, human. Okay. Enters the battlefield under your control, put +1/+1 counter on this one. Whatever. This is crazy. Okay, this one just exiled, doesn't do anything anymore, and the Jones. I will continue to attack with flyers. This is the only thing that I could do at this point. And again, the fact that I'm going to have enough lands to actually investigate and play additional spells, and at the same having mana, it will allow me to constantly being like having at least additional card advantage each turn, until I'm going to get a creature that I want. Oh no. Yeah, this is actually pretty hard to play against these type of decks. There's a lot of craziness going on there. 5 creatures to transform it in 9/7. Super big creatures that I just can't fight against, so kinda annoying. I don't know, let's blue, for now at least. Because next turn his creatures will become bigger and bigger and bigger, and I actually could keep it for later, but... Okay, this is actually pretty cool. Enchant and permanent creature, land, or a planeswalker, colorless land with additional mana, and it loses all other card types and abilities. So that means that this thing will lose its abilities, and I think we definitely need to do that. So it could be a good idea to do. I just want to see how this card works though. At the same time, putting on this one would be a good idea too, but instead let's just play this one. I kind of want to see how it works. pretty funny. Now I could search or investigate. Let's investigate instead. Awesome, we actually got Jace. Although I don't think that he will do me a favor at this point. The only thing that I could do with him is to actually return target creatures like this, for them to lose counters. I could lose some health, so I think I will attack. Not going to block these big creatures. Don't think that he will destroy me. And again, the fact that I actually have Jace, and I think I will definitely utilize him next turn. Oh snap. This is something that needs to be returned back. Like, without a question. I think next turn I need to think about staying in the block, because... Yep. Not a smart choice to attack sometimes. First, let's just... Oh, wait a minute, I don't have enough lands, yes. So, I could choose only one. Okay, let's just play Jace first. Return 5/5. And then actually scry. Or no. No, let's just actually draw a card. And it's another land. Yeah! I should scry. And I will stay in the block and actually block these two. Or at least one of those. For 4. Next turn I will probably return for 4, or if she's going to play again for 4, I will return it. Good thing that we actually get rid of this super annoying card. Just super good. Super good. Okay. Okay, going to block 5/5, not going to block 3/3. I had to scry previously. That was a mistake to actually use investigate, but again, who knew? Who knew that we actually got another land? And another land. You gotta be kidding me. So yeah, definitely scry. Without a, like, we need to make things right. So this one going to on top of our library. This is definitely something that I need to use right away in this turn, and yes, in my hand, and this is going to be on top of my library. Okay, and it's time to actually use this one right away. For now. Good. Now we actually need to scry one and draw a card. We know what card is there, so top. Good. And we need to put this. Awesome. Good, good, good. So then will probably next turn use -2 and actually return a couple of those. Not next turn, but in a couple of turns definitely. So I will stay in block for now because we don't know. I only have 4 health. Okay, she already played this one. It's not a problem. We will bring it back. Don't have any cards in graveyard. Not going to work. Okay. Kind of a question. I think we need to get rid of Eldrazi. I have enough lands. This card could give me additional draw. Awesome. Okay, either I use this one. Let's do this one. I'm going to cast this one first. Then I'm going to put a land. or not. Yes, it will end. Then I'm going to cast Take an Extra Turn after this one, so definitely will. But first let's just return target creature to its owner's hand. Let's just return 5/5. And play this one with the regular cost. Woohoo! This is the first time that I use it. Since we actually got additional turn, we could attack. I think my creature will untap. And now my turn again. Yep, that was awesome. Okay, good. This is not very good card to actually put into the battlefield, because whenever you draw a card, opponent puts the top 2 cards on his or her library, and since she has this angel that could return cards from the graveyard, I don't think that this is a smart play. Instead, let's just tap target creature. It doesn't tap during its control and top step. We're definitely going to top 5/5. Because I can't do -2 for to this. +1. Let's put it on the bottom. Awesome. So we're slowly getting a little bit of a creatures in here, which is a good thing. Again, I'm not going to play this one. Instead, let's just investigate. Although I actually could sacrifice 3 clues and find a particular card in my library and put it into my hand. I don't have enough time though, but I will do that. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Let's hope that I'm going to be super fast. Okay, yes, this one without a question. And actually, let's play it. Yep! Let's hope that I actually going to have the ability to utilize it. Funny thing is, I actually could do this first and then play it, and I actually could. At least I will survive probably at least a couple of turns, maybe, I don't know. So I think opponent needs to actually destroy 2/3, and the only thing to destroy it is just using something similar to this one. So let's see. This deck is awesome. Like, I really dig in this deck. Like, this is complete control. Come on, this is awesome. Oh, how many like plays I made throughout last 2 turns. This is crazy. This is one of the things why I like Magic. Okay, what is he doing? I don't know what this card does though. And tap. Oh no. Was just right. Choose 1 or more. Destroy target enchantment and put 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. Okay, so he decides to destroy my enchantment. Now this one will be back, but it's tapped. And every creature will get +1/+1. Okay, it's not a problem, at least for now. He can't play an angel. Instead, he's going to put an enchantment. Oh no, like flyers, this is bad. We definitely need to get this one under our control. Let's hope that I actually will get a card that will do that. Whenever a creature an opponent controls becomes the target of spells or abilities, you control gain control of that creature. Unfortunately, can't do that. So I think it's time to actually return target creature to its owner's hand, and we need to return this one. This is the only play that I see at this point, because that way he's going to lose flight. I will get it under my control, but then it's going to go back, so it doesn't matter. Play land. Scry. See what we're going to get. Okay, another one. This is definitely something that we need to gain right away. And a reserve, and this one too. Awesome, now I actually will gain control of 6/6. This one. And we actually transform. Oh no, everyone is going to be back. Oh, snap. Yeah, I forgot that this one works like this. Whatever, this is actually pretty cool. I think opponent still has a chance. He has enough lands to actually put some cards in defense, because like he has flyer. He needs to put, or she needs to put, at least 3 creatures to defend herself. And I think it's completely realistic thing to do with that amount of lands. Flyer? Nope. Unless the opponent has damage preventer, don't think so. That was a pretty cool match. All in all, that was a pretty cool match. Yeah, we already played a lot, so I think we will end this session on this match. That was a super awesome match. Or it's all going to be depending on if I actually got the quests, because... Oh no, we got this one, okay, good. And we almost got this one. So let's just play until we actually play a lot of instants and sorceries, because I kind of wanted to do that. Because we need to empty out the slots for next quests, for upcoming quests. First, let's just buy a booster. So, as I said before, we're actually going back into from the Gatewatch closer to the Amonkhet, so... Buy a booster. Okay, this is interesting. A Returner, Worm, Eldrazi. I probably already have this one. Pretty cool, common. Return up to 2 target creatures from opponent's control from their own hands. Target player draws 2 cards. And pretty interesting land. I actually didn't have this combination of color. Pretty cool. And yeah, and let's just play our last play versus battle, again with Tapestry. Again, pretty awesome deck. Again, first game I lost because I couldn't do anything, but second game was super awesome. I won against 14th ranked player. Was pretty interesting. Beating. And the cool thing is, most of the match I actually was losing for the most part of the match, but then my controlling thing in this deck started to work. Okay, relatively good hand, I would say, super good hand. Again, I'm not going to play Jace yet. We're going to wait until I'm going to have at least 5 cards in my possession in the graveyard. Okay. A Vampire deck. Yes! We got additional card. And we got additional card. Let's hope it's going to be another one. Nope. That would be super funny. Okay, good. It's actually a lot of control at this point, which is good. The only question, should I use these right away or wait for opponent's creature to become a little bit bigger? Potentially I could destroy him because he's just going to become bigger and bigger, but I'm not going to because I have a lot of control, so instead I'm just going to tap them. These might actually be helpful in the long run. It's probably the only attacking creatures that I could attack with. Unless my opponent has a lot of flyers. Don't think that he's going to attack with this one. Not now. Or maybe. Nope. Okay, good. I wish I had an artifact. So I'm not going to use this one until I'm going to get artifacts, which could happen pretty soon. I have like probably 6 artifacts in my deck, maybe more, maybe less, don't know. The possibility of drawing one. I will continue to tap this flare for now. And attack with both. With all my creatures, not both. Both flares and my 2/2 cat. Kitty! By the way, new set has a lot of kitties. Unstable! Pretty fun set. Pretty funny set. A lot of interesting mechanics. They seem pretty strange for the regular Magic, but still pretty interesting. Okay, we're kinda getting a lot of lands. I wouldn't want to discard a card, so yeah, I'm going to wait. Maybe I will get artifact. And I'm going to go in the full force of attacking, because apparently opponent has mana host, so actually it gives us a lot of opportunities. Decides to utilize some type of a buffer. No. Okay. Actually, I could play Jace and just drawing cards and discarding cards. But probably not. I will do this in case I'm not going to have anything in my hand. +2, and this creature dies, draw a card. Okay. Needs to stay in block. Yep. Okay, this is good, but again, I don't know if I need to use it right away. Take an extra turn after this one. Usually it's good a little bit later, because like, what extra turn is going to give me? If I'm going to attack, he's going to destroy one of my creatures. Extra turn, I could attack again, he is again going to destroy my creature, one of my creatures, and I probably could play only one card. So nope, pretty early for that, so let's just start to play Jace. And starting from next turn, I actually going to tap him and discarding cards and drawing cards. Not now. Yeah. And let's just go aggressively attack. Probably. Oh, interesting choice. I would destroy flyers. But I get it. Not that many health. Yeah. Basically, opponent didn't get lucky enough. Mana host, and I don't think that he has a chance, or she has a chance. So landfall. Again, right now taking an extra turn not a good thing. Let's do this. Okay, we draw a pretty good card. Let's just discard this one, I guess, or I don't know. This is actually could help us to top creatures, so I want to keep these. So yeah, let's just discard this one. Don't have artifacts. Let's just play this. Scry. Okay, we don't need another one, so I think we need land at this point, and we need artifact. What first? Let's just take a land, then artifact. Play this one, and play a land. And let's stop 3-2. And attack with full force. Oh, I actually can tap 2. Why? Or, no, tap. This is just basically choice what I can do. And attack with all of them. Okay. Goodbye, vampire. Vampire. My name is Vlade, and I'm an Enul vampire. This is from Magica, or Magica. And yes. Opponent. Yeah, opponent did get lucky enough, unfortunately. But game is not over. I still need to win against AI. Put a charge counter on it. Okay. Top Jace. Ooh, this is actually an awesome choice. Yeah, I don't think that I will utilize this one any soon, so for this particular point, let's just discard it. Play an extra turn. Yep. Attack with all of them. I'm going to lose 2-2. Not a problem. An extra turn. Okay. Don't have enough mana to use both. Yes, yes. So let's just play this one instead. Now I actually going to transform Jace. We get rid of this card because again we can't utilize this. This was much smarter choice. And let's do -2 to this one. Oh no, that was a stupid choice. I thought that it's 2-2. No. Either way, I get additional loyalty, and I think at this point I'm not going to attack yet. Exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Target disciples gets tap target creature and tap target creature. Let's try to exile one card and actually tap this creature. Tap target creature, yes. Tap and discard this one for exile. A good. And now attack with flyers. Complete control. Yeah, for the most part, the idea that I actually put in this deck, almost all ideas kind of working. And the cool thing is that I have a lot of choices. So the only thing that I need is enough lands to play multiple cards in one turn. Because if I only playing one card per turn, it slows me down. And if opponent will be just faster than me, for the most part I'm just going to lose. Again, you may cast an instant sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn. So we need to pay actual mana cost for it to cast. I know that I win, but still, I kind of want to utilize a couple of abilities still to see how they work. Yeah, we need mana for them. Scry, so awesome. Unfortunately, can't play it now, but super cool. And that's kind of it. Good. So yeah, this was the third match with this new deck. Pretty cool deck. Like how it works. Lost only one match, and just because didn't get lucky enough with lands. Basically, it was mana hosted. Pretty cool. We actually got almost all achievements. Seriously? I actually wanted to get this one achievement and finish the session, but I didn't manage to do it. You tell me that I need to go through the additional session? Let's do additional session. Why not? We actually, that way if we are going to win, we will get enough gold to buy a booster. Oh, potential green deck. Potential green deck. Let's hope this match is going to be super quick. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good hand, I'd say. Let's see what opponent is playing. Oh snap. Not cool. Enchantment spells you cast, one less to cast, and whenever you cast enchantment spell, you will gain 1 life. Yeah, this game probably not going to be the fast game. Don't know if my deck will be successful. Seriously? 3 lands? Oh, that was a good thing that actually scried. I will attack. I'm not going to use this one to block 2/2. Either way, I need to keep this one alive. So yeah, next turn I will tap it. It would be cool if she or he actually would place a enchantment on it. And not, but still. Yeah, enchantment deck, it's a problem. Because the only thing that I could do is just tap them and slow down my opponent. Playing against enchantment decks, pretty cool when you're playing with the decks that return cards to opponent's hand. It would be a much fun thing to play. Okay, for now I'm going to tap. Although I kinda need to draw additional card. Next turn. No, let's just tap first. To have the ability to block 2/2. Menu. Not good. So every time the aura is going to be played, this one will get +2, +1/+1 counter. Oh snap. This is pretty interesting at this point. This is actually, oh yeah, this is enchantment. Every time Eldrazi's. So potentially this deck actually could have an Eldrazi's in it. It's just kind of a bummer. Boom, boom, boom. Good thing that we actually get this one. It will help us to gain control of the opponent's creatures, but I need to be careful with this one. I need additional land to use it. I'm not going to play these ones because I wanted to keep them to actually target opponent's creatures. So for now, I guess I need to be patient and wait. And attack with both. I don't think that opponent will decide to actually sacrifice this one. This is too important card to sacrifice. And I actually willing to accept damage that would be dealt to me next turn. But it's all for the big plan. To gain control of all of these creatures. I definitely going to gain control of 3/3 without a doubt, and probably this one would be a pretty good idea to gain control. That way opponent's not going to gain creatures. And the only thing that opponent will do is to probably constantly create Eldrazi's and put one-on-one court allies. Again, keeping these for later. Not now. Patience. Patience. Now it's time. And starting from next turn, if this card actually will manage to survive, I'm going to get under control all of these. Which will be a super fun thing to do. I think I will continue attack. It's kind of a thing. If she decides to block Eldrazi, it's a good thing. Less lands. Everything is going to change if 2/3 will be destroyed, and I think she could, or he could destroy it. There's a lot of white destroyers, so let's hope it's not going to be the case. Next turn I could play both if I'm going to get 6th land and gain control right away, this one and this one. Oh no. I don't even know what this card does, so let's just read it. Revolt. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn, reveal the top cards of your library. If it's a permanent card, you may put it into the battlefield, otherwise you may put it into the bottom of your library. Crazy. Crazy. Oh snap. This is big deck, by the way. I am only now actually noticed that this deck is pretty big. Yeah, we didn't get land, unfortunately, so that means that I need to gain control of 5/5. Oh no, we need to use this one and hopefully we'll draw land. So let's use this one. Gain control of 5/5. You can't do much. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I forgot how this card do. Ah, that was a messed up. I forgot that this card actually getting attacking creatures -2 until end of the turn, and I'm drawing a card. I completely forgot about it. I actually thought that I can choose a target creature. Okay, that was a misplay. Whatever. But I think I still fine. I hope, of course, if I get land. I didn't. So I will stay in block now because I'm kind of in trouble. Yeah, that was a super misplay. I completely forgot that this card... I put in my mind the belief that this card works with targeting a particular creature and gaining this particular creature -2. Yep. That was a super bad thing to do. But now at least So yeah. Read cards. Don't just assume how they work because you remember so. Read cards. You may forget something. Oh yeah, I'm in big trouble. I definitely go into block, without a question. I can have to. Now I think I'm going to gain control of it. Blend. It's going to be... put it under my control. Tap target creature doesn't tap during its control and tap step. Again, ideally I would use something that could... yeah, let's just use these two. That way I could gain control of 2 creatures. The question is what type of creature. So when you do, you may put creature cards from your hands into the battlefield. Oh yes, that's actually pretty good. But problem is I don't have that many creatures in my hand. But I don't want to give the opponents opportunity to do it, so I think we need to gain control. First, let's just play creature. Gain control of 5/5 with flight. Oh, he's going to sacrifice it instead of giving me under control. Seriously? This is a pretty interesting thing to do. I still going to gain under control this one. Good. But she still will put a lot of, yeah, 3/2 Eldrazi's, so good. Good. I think I need to stay in block. Because at this point I need to stay in block. Block with these 3, keep this one. Pretty interesting. I actually have this card. You may put the top card of your library into your graveyard. Interesting. This is crazy. Pretty interesting deck. Like, seriously, pretty interesting deck. I played only 3 spells, and in order to get the quest I need to play probably 4 or 5, something like that. Of course I'm going to block, this is not a question, so these two, and probably I need to destroy my... Oh, I actually will not going to block another 3-2. I need to keep 1-1 in case I will get... Oh. Creature 3 or create 3 colorless servos. You cast within correct mascons 3 or less from your hand without paying the mana cost. Interesting. Come on, this session is too long. It's just because I decided to play additional match, which wasn't a good idea to do, I guess. I think. Okay, the problem is I need to stay in block. I need to keep lands to actually utilize this card next turn, so stay in. Continue. Not going to investigate either. I'm going to make all attacking creatures get -2 until end of the turn. He probably will attack with 3-3 and probably even with, no, 2-2 not. Four more card types. What card type I need to put into my graveyard? At least artifact. Yeah, artifact or land or enchantment. It's not going to be a problem. The thing is, opponent probably can't play any decent creatures because that way I could gain control of them, so it kind of prevents the opponent to do something, which is kind of a bummer. It's a bad thing that I don't have any creatures in the battlefield. Yeah, so previously I used this card the wrong way, now the right way. We actually got a land. Awesome. I think I will block at least one of those. Let's hope she's not going to destroy my 2-3. If yes, I'm going to be in trouble, but let's hope not. The good thing is, starting from next turn, I actually will get 3-3 in defense. Okay. This is bad. This is bad. Ooh. This is super bad. I think it's time to play Jace. Scry, then draw card, return creature to its owner's hand. I could return this big Eldrazi. But instead I'm just going to scry. Bottom. Ah, come on, too many lands. Return target creature to its owner hand. Unfortunately, it works only for creatures. Oh, this is actually good. If I'm going to attack with 3/3, I could put a creature from your hand to the battlefield. Yes, and that way it's kind of super risky though, but I will do that still. Yes, exert. Put this one, yes. And tap this one. That was a stupid idea. No? I don't know. I don't know if I actually will get under control 3/2 or it's just going to die. I don't know what's going to happen. Because yeah, I actually will get it under control. Okay, good. Now he has only small creatures, but he still could destroy me though, because all of my creatures are tapped. It's pretty hard to do something about this. Yeah, he constantly gaining a lot of possibilities. Enters the battlefield, you control, you gain 1 life, and bomb. Yeah, this match is just survival. In hope that some type of super cool card will come to me and I will turn tables. Because for now, I'm kinda in disadvantage, but at the same time I have advantage because I have a lot of cards under my control. So this one will next turn will untap, but I still don't have 4 cards with different types, which is kind of a bummer. This one will untap. I probably will attack with it. I don't know. Or I just stay in block. I don't know. Oh, this is craziest thing. Search for library for the creature card with her mana cost X or less. Sacrifice a creature. Yes, X is 2+ the sacrificed creature converted mana cost. Put that card into the battlefield, then shuffle your library to sell this card. Crazy. So he basically put the same card that I have. Okay. Okay. This is super interesting, but again, the problem is I already had to finish the session, and I don't have that much time, so kinda not cool. Oh no. Now this one is onto the battlefield. This is bad. We need to gain control of this flyer or I'm going to die. If I'm not going to get control of this flyer, I'm going to die. So that means that I'm going to do that. I'm going to play this card. I'm going to put a land. I'm going to choose to get this creature under my control, and I'm going to untap it because there's no reason to tap it. Okay, good. And then put charge counter and scry. No, we actually need this one to provide us with a lot of good cards. And instead of scrying and drawing a card, I think I need to return 3/3 back. It's not cheap card at all, so it's pretty cool. Again, can't do anything with this one. I could attack with 3/2, and the rest I will keep in block. And with flyer. I have one here. Let's just slowly attack finally. Okay. This is a super interesting game. What? It looked like he's played it from the hand. That was pretty strange. Yeah. This is a pretty interesting game. Land? Nope. Oh yeah. Core ally. Or he will make all of his creatures big. Because the only thing I guess the opponent, how opponent could destroy me is actually with a lot of creatures. Because I don't have any creatures in my deck, for the most part. Yeah. He has pretty big deck, or she has pretty big deck. Poem, Delirium. It could be cool if I actually could transform this one, but okay, I already returned him, so let's just go skip. Okay. Prevent all combat damage. Okay, at least I'm going to get investigations each turn, because I'm adding a lot of mana flood. So getting control. Untap it. Okay, so then I guess scry. Draw a card. Bottom. Too many lands. Oh, come on! I don't have that many lands in this deck. For some reason, still getting mana flooded. Come on. It's stupid. Okay, good. This is actually good. Let's just gain under control this one and this one. They will become tapped, but at least I get them under my control. And now it's time to play Artifact. And put one charge counter in it. No, not now. Just wait. Although I don't have that many instants and spells, and yes, with one land, so let's just actually put one. Okay then. So I'm going to attack with this one, but I'm not going to exert it. I'm going to attack with this one. And I need to be careful and actually need to stay in block, because I don't know what opponent will do. He can like right away put creatures onto the battlefield if they are going to have haste undone. So I need to be careful with attacking. So yeah. This seems a good amount of blockers. Let's do that. I'm not going to exert. Okay. Wise choice. Now I have less creatures. Again, these cards are super unpredictable. No matter what the opponent actually will get, lands provides a lot of creatures. But I think I could say that I actually turned tables now. Because before that I was almost like done. Now I actually might win. If I'm going to attack next turn with all of my creatures, I could win. I will win. Unless he or she going to play a lot of tokens. Okay, returning creatures from the graveyard. Land and creature. Okay, smart choice. So one target land from your graveyards to your hand. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not going to attack. And here we go again. I guess she or he doesn't have enough lands to play this creature that returned, so it's kind of a bummer. Another creature. Yeah, enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. How many enchantments there? Oh, the same that was sacrificed. Pretty interesting. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. I don't have any cards that could gain control. No, actually I have lands. Oh, hello, Jace. But having 2 Jaces is bad, because if we're going to activate another Jace, this one will die. So 2 Jaces can't be present in one game, so unfortunately I'm not going to play him, because I already have more than 5 cards in my graveyard. So the only thing that I could do is probably just scry, get to this emblem. Okay, this is good. Top. We'll actually gain control a couple of these. You get an emblem whenever an opponent casts his or her first spell each turn, counter the spell. Oh yeah, this is actually could be a good thing. Now, first let's play this one, tap, or untap, choose this one, and remake control, untap, then use this one, and this one, confirm. They will tap, whatever, and let's just, it doesn't matter. What mana I'm going to use for that? Oh snap, thank you for that. So basically this artifact will change almost everything. I will at least gain lives. And I'm not going to use this one yet. We might get some cool spell later. Okay, a lot of creatures. I will probably attack with both of these without exerting them. Stay in the block, attack with flyer. Stay in the block, stay in the block, stay in the block. Stay in the block with this one too. And with this one. And with this one. And with this one. Yes. Finish. Well, I thought time was... yeah. What? Why I didn't have the choice to choose what creature to attack? Because this is not my creatures? I don't know, that was strange. Usually I get in the choice. Maybe it was not enough time. Yeah, probably the round time was over because... yeah, automatically. Ah, Bob. You gain 1 life. Next time I will get under control this one. And again, freaking reproducing. Again, could do it this one anytime. Doing. Okay. This is super long game. It's already past appropriate amount of time. Usually I'm not playing more than 2-hour sessions. Sometimes if I'm going over the board, these sessions could become probably 2.5-hour sessions, and it was never the case if I actually played 3-hour. So we probably have at least 20 minutes to actually end this. Oh no. Death Touch, Delirium, not good. Okay, this is good. We're actually going to get additional turn, extra turn. And extra turn at this point, this is actually awesome. Because that way I'm going to put Jace to the 8. Draw the cards. If you control no artifact, discard a card. Top. I'm definitely going to use it now, without a thought. I have enough lands to use both. I have a lot of artifacts, so... Yes. Okay, so... And now I think it's time to get an extra turn. But before that, let's just gain control of the particular creature. First, this one. Untap. And then I will... There's no... I don't want to play Jace again. Let's just play this one with Awaken ability. Make this land big. Boom. Gain 1 life. And attack with Liar. Where the guys 3/3 with Exert gone? They already dead? Oh yeah, they died, and he actually returned one of them, so... I actually can't attack much, so... There's not many creatures that I could attack with, so... I need to be careful with this. For now, that's it. I don't want to lose any of those, because every creature that I'm going to lose is going to be put it onto the on the battlefield or on the graveyard of the opponents, and it's not very good thing to. Now I'm going to get 2 creatures under my control at 1 turn. Oh, this is great. Why not 2? Wait a minute. I actually had 2, but I guess it doesn't work like that. And I actually have enough mana to... Let's just instead gain a lot of cards and sacrifice these ones. So I will continue to gain lives. There's no point of using this one. Now, come on. That was kind of a bad thing. Okay, we got land. Again, attacking with all of them. I actually have a lot of these. is a good thing. I could attack with this, with this, with this. By the way, let's attack with all of them though. If I'm going to lose them, it's not a problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers in case, even if these creatures will become bigger, I think I will survive. Two. Don't think that I have. I don't know. Maybe if I would attack with all of them, I would win, but I'm pretty lazy to count. So whatever happens, happens. If I'm not going to win this turn, I probably will win in a couple of turns. So. Because opponent definitely needs to block with all of his creatures, or her creatures, in order to survive. Complex games. I love complex games. They are pretty awesome. Oh, opponent actually lost. So awesome. So yeah, that was super cool game. Like really, it was long game. It took more than it needed to, but I hope I actually played all spells that it needed for this. Yes, for 25 spells we get gold. So far this deck is pretty cool. I don't know. I lost only one game with this deck, and basically won the hardest games that I ever played, perhaps. That was pretty cool. Okay, continue to buy. Next booster is Innistrad booster. And this, on that note, we will end this session after we will open the booster, and yeah. Okay, good. We actually got the Human Soldier with Transformation. We got the Spirit to potential Spirit deck. We got card with the Delirium. Already have this one. Exiles 2 cards from his or her hand. Of course, this one. Not very good, but works. So yeah, on that note, we will end the session. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, have a nice day or night, and see you in the next session. Bye bye.